Hello YouTube, it's Carrie here for Shore and Gina for ProofWLSWorks, and I am your Saturday vlogger. So our topic this week is all about realizations on the 3 C's: change, consistency, and confidence. So let's get to it, shall we? Alright, so biggest realization about change for me, particularly at this point, 8.5 years out, is that change never really stops. Um, I keep evolving. And in terms of my surgery as well, the way that my body reacts to things, nothing is the same. As we age, things are different in our bodies, and you don't just have weight loss surgery and stay the same. Things change. Your surgery changes over time. Restriction changes over time. The way the way that you react to different foods changes, and so as far as change, is to never just accept that things are just going to be the same. You have to keep evolving along with it. So definitely, yeah, change happens all the time, never stops. So biggest realization about consistency is that consistency sort of creates lasting change and lasting habits. And these small alterations, really, if you're consistent with them and don't just abandon them after, oh, it doesn't work. I've been trying something for 2 weeks and nothing's changed. Well, you have to stick with it. Consistency is absolutely key, and it adds up to these really, really big changes. I mean, just think if you had a big pot of water, or no, let's try something that doesn't evaporate. Let's say a big bowl, and you were putting in just a teaspoon of sand every day. You know, after a year, think about how much that's going to change, how much volume is going to change in that pot from just a teaspoon. So those little small amounts, if you're consistent with them, add up to huge results. That's really what I found. I mean, in the past, like 2.5 years or so that I've been losing this regain, yeah, some of the changes I made were pretty significant, but being consistent with it and keeping up with it and sticking with those changes over an extended period of time is truly what made the difference. Because when you make those little screw ups, if you go right back to it, um, and go back to your principles, then that consistency is what helps you along the way. And so, yeah, definitely for consistency is that you really, it is so important in the changes that you're trying to make. Without the consistency, nothing's going to happen. You got to stick to it. It's not something to do for a small amount of time. Think about small changes you can do for a long period of time that are easy to live with, as opposed to radical changes that you're just going to stick with for 2 weeks. Well, what happens after the 2 weeks? You go back to normal eating, you go back to the regular way of things, and you go back to being how you were before you made that change to begin with. All right, so biggest realization about confidence. I think confidence is related to strength when it comes to anything. If it's confidence about ideas that you have, if it's confidence in your physical body, it's related to strength, finding strength in yourself. I think that you don't necessarily have to be like, I don't relate it so much to weight or size or scale. It's more about strength, because strength builds confidence. And like I said, whether it be ideological, let's say you're going to school, the strength in your education, right? The strength that the more that you feed into your knowledge is the greater strength that you will have in the ideas that you generate, and the greater confidence that you will have in those ideologies and ideas, right? It's the same thing with the body, with the mind even. So emotional strength is what gives you confidence. Physical strength is what gives you body confidence, right? I think like I felt like I may have had, and that's like, maybe there's this sort of idea of somewhat false confidence. And maybe you need to get there first before you can really build the strength, before you have committed yourself to the things that build strength in your body, mind, soul, everything, right? You have to keep putting effort in order to maintain that confidence and truly have that radiance of body, mind, and soul. Yeah, confidence is about strength. It's not about a size. It's not about being the skinniest person in the room. It's about strength of who you are and what you built yourself to be. So, yeah, those are my 3 C's, and it's all super important. I think that in each one of those, that they're all sort of related. Consistency of doing something builds strength in something, right? And that is all about that change. It's all about progressing on all 3 counts. So, yeah, I hope you guys are all having a great week, wonderful weekend. See you later.